Hey, we're gonna talk about semen retention. Brother, what is semen retention?
They taught me something because they did the research.
Have you ever practiced semen retention?
But semen retention is also righteous code of conduct is added with that, because it'll be hypocrisy.
Always asking questions. My mom always told me if you want to be good at something,
We're still lying and cheating and stealing and doing the wicked behaviors that we were taught.
You said that you practice semen retention?
Not on purpose. When my body fat gets too low, I just naturally don't want to do anything with any girl or just with myself. So that's kind of bad. But if not, if I'm bulking, 100% my fucking horniness is through the roof.
OG, how old are you if you mind me asking?
I'm 71.
71. Who's 71 and still doing calisthenics and working out. Do you practice semen retention, OG?
Well,
I know you guys are probably tired of hearing about this, but I want to go and hit different people's perspective and understand where people's heads at, especially our men, our black men.
When I started the semen retention thing, my hypothesis was that if I hold it in, then I'm not going to be using that testosterone, and I'm going to be building more testosterone, and therefore like growing a little bit more, and maybe just being a little bit more aggressive and like having that like mentality of like alpha male. But as I started doing it, it became different. It became more about self-control, and it became more about actually enjoying being with people, and not really like, because when you're pleasuring yourself in a way, it's kind of boring. And so when I would do the semen retention and then have sex with a girl, it would be 20 times better, because I wasn't getting something from myself, so I wasn't like getting that boring feeling, and it was always great. It was always great because every time I was with the girls, and it was a new girl, it was a completely different feeling, you know what I mean? And then now that I continue to do it, it's like it's more of a mental thing. It's more of like just like to keep myself focused and everything.
Brother, what is semen retention?
Well, in my humble judgment, I'm gonna use my definition of it. It's the full practice of restraining from the act of sex and ejaculation. And on top of that, to add to it, but semen retention is also righteous code of conduct is added with that, because it'll be hypocrisy for us to talk about not having sex, not wasting our seed, not chasing women, but we're still lying and cheating and stealing and doing the wicked behaviors that we were taught, unfortunately, and living in this westernized world. So it's like more to it than just sex. It's much more deeper rooted, principle-wise, much more deeper rooted.
What about you? You said you practice it now.
Yeah,
thanks to your friend right here,
Yeah.
aka brother right here.
I mean, it's like because of him, I've been on a longer streak, but I've practiced it before that, because I just personally noticed it's you have a lot more energy, you feel a lot stronger, you have mental clarity, you're able to actually get shit done. You know, when I wasn't doing it, I get distracted by shit very often. You know, I'd be sitting bored in the room and just get horny out of a sudden, and like I was planning to do homework, but now I'm gonna go beat my meat. And then once I really started getting away from that, I'd set my mind to something to get something done, and I'd actually get it done. And also recently I've been like watching a lot of Jordan Peterson, and he talks about it a lot, and it's a destructive habit, because as time progresses, it has to get more and more extreme, because it gets boring. You get kind of desensitized, and you can get into some sick shit, and I don't want to go down that road. And also, it's just like no one has ever been proud of their porn addiction, you know?
Have you ever practiced semen retention?
100%. I practice it. I feel that in the fitness world, for me, it's all about trying different things, testing out different waters. Like my whole life, I've always done the calisthenics, reps and sets. So I always want to challenge myself. And I know different people in different fitness practices, and they spoke of that, but they haven't used that title, that word. So that's when you asked me that question, I was like dumbfounded. Yeah. But like I said, you learn something new every day.
Absolutely.
Even if you notice, for a prime example, boxers. When they have a big championship fight, their whole week of training, all that, they practice that, because high testosterone level builds endurance and more strength. So for people that, like Jack the Ripper, he explained it in the most cleanest way, but some people, they just can't understand sometimes. I dumbed it down a little bit, just for example, boxers, they do the same thing.
We have a special guest. We have OG in the building. OG in the building. OG, how old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm 71.
71. And I've seen him on the beach, Muscle Beach, as you guys know.
And ladies.
And ladies.
Oh, yeah.
For years now.
Way before you guys were born.
Exactly. He tells me that he runs every day.
I do.
For how long?
I do 8 miles a day.
8 miles a day for
47 years and 35 days.
every single day for 47 years and 35 days.
I have.
It continuously counting.
How do you do that?
You gotta be crazy, man.
Yeah. Shout out to one of the legends, the OG out here, who's 71 and still doing
doing it.
calisthenics and working out. Do you practice semen retention, OG?
Well, every once in a while. But I got a wife, so. you know,
Okay.
you know.
So he has a wife, and he still practices semen retention. It's obviously keeping him young in some way, shape, and form. You said that you practice semen retention?
Not on purpose. When my body fat gets too low, I just naturally don't want to do anything with any girl or just with myself. So that's kind of bad. But if not, if I'm bulking, 100% my fucking horniness is through the roof.
And for athletes that practice it like a week or two before their championship, that's hypocrisy. You can't even really benefit from it because you already know you're not serious. You're just doing it for this championship. But it's already embedded in your mind and spirit that you still want to do it. It has to be something that you're purified of. That's the whole point. Then it's genuine.
You know what's funny? I was doing some research, and I'm learning that it takes up to like 70-something days for the actual semen to be sucked up by the body back into your system. So
I hope not.
Practicing it for just a couple of weeks at a time is probably not sufficient enough for your body, especially if you want to gain an excessive amount of strength and endurance, guys. So especially if you want to be able to get yourself to the next level, elevate, not staying consistent to these type of diets, because this is a diet in a way, shape, or form, will definitely have you will definitely not get results. So just try it out before you knock it. Shouts to these guys. This guy's bigger than me, and he's bigger than Ripper, and he tries it. Yeah, take off your shirt, bro. Let them see a little something, man. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? We men, we always get told don't take our shirts off and shit like that. So
It's because you know it is. To me, it's all about being humble. To me, it's all about there's always room for improvement. So I'm the type of dude, I keep my shirt on, I work out. Unless I feel satisfied, then that's when I show. You know what I'm saying? So. But
shout out to my guy, man. Switch the body, man. Make sure you check him out. You have a YouTube page, Instagram? Tell me your Instagram, bro. Check out my guy, man. The next he gonna be in some competition. What's your Instagram so they can follow you, bro?
All right, cool. My Instagram is gonna be Swiss SWISS_DABODY 101. Swiss the body.
Yo, if you could go back to when you were 21 or go back to give yourself advice at 21, what would that be?
Wow.
I know.
To be honest, not to sound like I know everything or being cocky, I'm just thankful that I grew up in an area. I grew up with parents that taught me the right things. I kind of wouldn't really change anything because the way I am now is how I was when I was younger. Always asking questions. My mom always told me if you want to be good at something, no matter what it is, always do your research. So like you, they taught me something because they did the research. Always interact, never be closed-minded. Your opinion is not always a fact, and those things took me a long way, and it connected me with a lot of people, you know?
That's dope. Ripper, you have any advice you want to give to the people, especially our black men at home?
Yeah, when we have these conversations, I want to touch on that what you just said, because it's a difference from an opinion and truth. So if I speak from my opinion, it may be that doesn't make it truth or a lie. That has to be determined. But when I tell you the truth, that can be proven by no limit of time. So when that's why all of us should not lie, because when you lie, you destroy your credibility. So it's best to speak truth, but you got to study, you got to know what you're talking about to be in harmony with truth. You got to live righteous to be in harmony with truth, because then most people lie and don't even think nothing of it. They do this wicked behavior and they're numb to it. They just don't think it's wrong to lie and do the stuff we do, but it's destroying us. So truth is something you can't deny. So when I speak about, and this was something in the last video with some of the viewers, they were saying, oh, that's his opinion. That doesn't make it the all be all or the fact. But when I speak about semen retention, it's not just my opinion. It's based on what I have experienced and what others have experienced based on truth. We're talking about truth and falsehood, not opinions. Our conversations should be based on truth, not opinions. It should always be based on truth. But you got to know the truth to speak on the truth. So that's the thing. That's the thing.
Hey guys, man. One thing that I would like to state is that, one second, brother. One thing I would like to state is that, as far as lying, I find that when I was a kid and I told my mother lies, I told the teacher lies, or even when I got older and got into situations where maybe an officer came and I lied to that officer, I lied because I was scared. I was fearful of the results of the action, you know, the results of what was to come after me doing whatever I did, you know, being bad in school, the repercussions, you know what I mean? So a lot of times we just lie, but realize why you're lying is because of fear. Out of all, I don't care what you're lying about. Most of the time you're lying because you're scared of anything. You know what I mean? Whatever your girlfriend's gonna say, whatever, you know what I mean?
And there's consequences from lying.
You're scared of those consequences. Guys, be a man, man. Be accountable for who you are and what you do. If you feel as if you're a man enough to do something, take accountability for that. You don't need to lie if you was accountable for all your actions already. You wouldn't feel as if you need to even lower yourself to that type of lower vibrational energy. And once you go down, guys, you only go lower. You know what I mean? Until you get lost and then you have to find yourself back up. You know what I mean? It's like being in the water and you're drowning. So guys, let's float, let's swim until we fly. You know what I mean? We're up in the sky flying and you don't need to be lying. You know what I mean? If you can't tell the truth, don't say nothing at all. Just walk away. All right? Don't lie, because karma is crazy. And you don't like it when other people do it to you, but karma is real, guys. So
I would love to add to that, because just as we say people are numb to lying and cheating and doing that, it's like someone who's have a drug addiction or someone who does alcohol. They don't know that not doing it will benefit them. So they drink every day, do their thing every day, even though it's destroying their health. They don't see why I should stop. I enjoy doing it, it makes me feel good, but it's killing your health. Once you realize that righteous code of conduct spiritually will benefit you, your life will go to the next level. You will be in God's favor and not under his chastisement. That will motivate you to stay righteous, because you'll say, damn, I'm not grieving, I'm not full of anxiety, I feel amazing, I got plenty of energy. Because really, deviation is why our people are dying. It's not necessarily just from eating bad food, it's from spiritual deviation. That's why people are really dying.
It makes it easier to dive into all the other bad things, especially if you're already doing a little bit of it. If you're doing a little bit, then it turns into a little bit more, and then it turns into a lot, and then it turns into men, we should practice semen retention. I practice it myself. We should not be playing with women. Guys at home, ladies, you should also not be playing with men. But guys, more importantly, we take a bigger role in this, because we're the men, we're supposed to lead. So do not play with the women. And what he means by that is not trying to just get, in her pants just because that's a lower desire. And a lot of times we succumb to these temptations, and it makes our life harder. We find ourselves at the club spending too much money, or buying this excess car because we want to impress women, and now we're in a financial situation. But yo, guys, make sure you smash that like button, smash the subscribe button, man. We are not much, but we are giving you only what we know from our experiences in life, and we hope that it can resonate with you, for you guys to be able to help in any way, shape, or form with your life. If you don't like this video, please comment down below, let us know what you thought about it. That can help us resonate with you better. Thanks everybody for liking, thank you for watching, and thank you for subscribing. Make sure you go follow these guys, man.
I am the answer to all living things that cry out for peace. I am protector of the innocent. I am the light in the darkness. I am truth.